I would next like to give the floor to Yana Tanagasheva from the International Committee of Indigenous Peoples of Russia.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I speak on behalf of International Committee of Indigenous Peoples of Russia. We welcome the theme of the current session and the decision to study the impact of militarization on indigenous peoples. However, we are compelled to express our deep disappointment and lack of confidence in US, the EMRIP, in relation to the following. We note with great concern that the following paragraphs in the EMRIP study on militarization that concern Russia and Ukraine are extremely counterfactual and unsuitable for publication. Paragraph 32 notes that Russia offers an alternative civilian service as an alternative to military service to indigenous peoples. This invokes the impression of benign state of affairs. In reality, however, we see indigenous young men being forcibly mobilized, killed in war, and being abused by Russia as cannon fodder. The partial mobilization into the Russian army, which started on September 21st last year, disproportionately affected the poorest regions of Russia, which happen to be those inhabited by ethnic minorities and indigenous peoples. The Russian regime is stepping up persecution and harassment against any representatives of indigenous peoples who openly fight for their lands, their territories, their rights to self-determination, and in general openly express their position. The colonialist full-scale war unleashed by Russia against Ukraine on February 24 last year has opened a new chapter of repression against the indigenous peoples, reminding us of the darkest chapters of Russian history. We, as indigenous peoples of Russia, opposed and condemned in the strongest possible terms the Russian Federation's unprovoked, illegal, and unjustified full-scale war of aggression against Ukraine. We call on the EMRIP to join all other human rights mechanisms in holding the Russian Federation accountable for its war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in Ukraine. The EMRIP must remain independent. Thank you.